how much compensation can you get for a motorcycle accident knee injury? Well, in this case, it was $154,071. Yeah, you heard that right. Over $150,000 for a knee injury. And let me tell you, this isn't some made-up story. It's a real case from a real accident that happened here in Western Australia. Picture this. Our guy, a 42-year-old labourer, is just going about his day, riding his motorcycle. It's the 30th of May. Nice day, right? Not for long. Out of nowhere, another vehicle pulls out and bam, collision. He hits the road hard. Knee? Absolutely busted. And if that wasn't enough, the left hand and elbow took some of the hit too. Ouch. So our bloke ends up in Fremantle Hospital with a knee strapped up and put in a cast. Not exactly the best way to spend the day, is it? The accident left him with torn ligaments, a messed up knee that needed surgery, and injuries that completely derailed his physically demanding job. Ever tried pearl farming or truck driving with a dodgy knee? Yeah, didn't think so. Now here's where things start to get interesting. The defendant, who, let's be honest, was clearly at fault here, tries to downplay the whole thing. They reckon some of the knee problems were already there. Oh yeah, our guy had an old knee injury from way back in 1981. But let's be clear, it was asymptomatic for ages, like it wasn't even a problem anymore. So how convenient for the defendant to suddenly dig that up, right? But wait. Enter Mr. Tiller, an orthopedic surgeon with experience and a lot to say. He's like, nope, the main damage, all from this accident. He even did an arthroscopy in 1999 to prove it. The 1981 injury barely had any impact. Nice try, defendant. Fast forward to the courtroom. The judge, Mackney DCJ, sides with our motorcyclist. He's convinced it's the 1998 accident that did all the damage. The defendant's whole argument, pretty much falling flat at this point. And then there's a bit of a plot twist. They use some old case law, Perkins v. Crittenden and Malik v. J.C. Hutton, to put the burden on the defendant. Basically, if you think the old injury is causing the problems, you better prove it. Spoiler, they couldn't. Let's break down that sweet $154,071 payout. Pain, suffering, and loss of enjoyment, $19,200. Because hobbling around in pain isn't anyone's idea of fun. Lost wages, $39,088. Our guy couldn't keep working the physically tough jobs, so the economic hit was real. Interest on lost wages, $3,730. Yes, even time has a price. Loss of superannuation, $3,112. Retirement plans took a hit too. Future economic losses, $75,000. He's got a long road ahead, and not being able to do heavy labour impacts future earnings. Medical expenses, $13,941. Surgeries, GP visits, physio. It's a lot when you add it up. So, what's the takeaway here? Besides wishing you'd get that kind of payout for a dodgy knee, it's all about knowing your rights. Got an old injury? Make sure you've got solid medical records. Get a decent lawyer in early, because disputes over pre-existing injuries can seriously mess up your claim if you're not prepared. And establish fault right away. That car pulling out in front? Absolute textbook example of why you need a good motorcycle accident lawyer on your side. In the end, the court awarded $154,071, and it's not just about the cash. It's about the justice, the credibility of the evidence, and, let's be real, proving the defendant's arguments were flimsy at best. And here's the kicker. If you think you can't fight a big insurance company over a dodgy knee, think again. This guy did, and it worked. So if you're ever in a crash, remember, act fast, document everything, and get the right people on your team. Because sometimes the knee really does have the last laugh.